AFTV. Oh, before I get you in, Mo, this guy.
Yeah, just
Miami
a quick
Gunners.
shout out. Yeah. To U.S. Gunners all over the U.S., you know. Glad to be out here, you know.
Right, big up the Miami Gunners.
Apart from Donald Trump, you yellowhead muppet.
Possibly you should go bring politics into this. Listen, forget politics. What a great 2 goals by Nicola Pepe
man.
today.
That's the one.
He arrived today, didn't he?
I'm really glad you started on that because I thought you were going to talk to me about Emery or Ozil or why is Tierney not starting when he gets crosses like that. Pepe, that's what we should be talking about today. Look, we come here to games. There's so many things we can talk about that aren't fun to talk about, yeah? There's a few problems, but let's talk about the man today, Nicolas Pepe, because we've been waiting a long time. I've been saying relentlessly, look, he'll come good. We've seen enough touches, seen enough silk. He will come good. And today, I hope that's the start of that process of him coming good.
Absolute pressurised free kicks that he made look like penalties. I mean, and even the one that he had in the middle of that, where
when
he put it's a brilliant delivery.
I think Mustafi got the header on it. Even that could have gone in. But look, I'm just buzzing for him. I'm so happy for him, so relieved. To come to a club like Arsenal with some of the players that have gone before you and to be the record signing brings a lot of pressure. And obviously us guys have been talking about it. It's always going to attract a lot of attention. And look, he delivered today. He looked every bit a £72 million player with those 2 free kicks and his contribution when he came on. So I'm so happy for you, Nicolas Pepe, and keep that going. Yeah. And we need to remember, let's not be, too binary about it. Support the guy. We can see his talent. We've been saying non-stop. Even against Sheffield United, look, he missed a sitter. He knows that, we know that. But he was the one that started the move. He created that chance right from the back. We've seen enough to know that he's got a hell of a lot of talent. And if anyone saw him in the French league last year, we know that, come on, man, the guy's got a lot of talent. He didn't have a pre-season. He went straight from African Nations Cup into, the Arsenal team. Unfamiliar surroundings, unfamiliar players, a team that's not actually playing very well, a manager where it hasn't clicked yet, and he's shown us enough signs. I'm so glad he got those 2 goals today. He'll come good.
And listen, big for us. And you touched on Tierney. Does he start now for you on Sunday? I know a lot of people were sort of saying he's a bit at fault for the first goal. He was kind of the wrong side, although he was left isolated because everybody else had bombed upfield. But we brilliant delivery for Martinelli's goal and good deliveries throughout.
We shouldn't be hypercritical about it. Of course he'll get caught out for a goal here and there. How many games has he played? It's the first mistake I've seen him make. We can't be hypercritical. We can't expect perfection of our players. Tierney, never mind starting on Sunday, he should have started last Monday. Yeah, he should have been starting, long before Palace on Sunday. But of course we want to see him. Of course we want to see him play on Sunday. And I hope Emery now puts him in the team. What I'd love to see is Emery play the right players in their best positions and put a lineup out that all of us fans say, do you know what? Yeah, I can't disagree with anything. That means Torreira playing the defensive role. It means that, we're not set up too defensively in terms of our midfield trio. It means Bellerin and Tierney and Holding.
Does it mean that Ozil should be in the frame as well?
I don't want to talk about Ozil. I'm sick to death of that. I've said to you before, the manager reserves the right to not pick a player. If I was the manager, given I don't see the training and I don't see the levels of effort and determination that the players are showing. If I was a manager, of course I'd be playing Ozil because I rate his quality. Look, the thing is, right, when Ozil first came to the club, he was incredible. He's not as good as he was, but he's still bloody good to get into this team because the benchmark that this team are setting in terms of creativity is not very high. So clearly Ozil's good enough to get in the team. But I keep on saying this, the manager reserves the right. If Ozil does not show, I'm not saying he's not doing it, but I'm just using Emery's words in that he said there's other players that deserve it more. So if Ozil is not proving that he deserves to start, that's the manager's job. If the manager can't trust Ozil to give it 100% in the games, then don't play him. And the manager reserves that right. But Emery needs to realise, 2 things. Firstly, if you're not going to play Ozil, it will always be a talking point. You can never get away from that. Other than if your team are banging in goals, and is going brilliantly. The minute it doesn't go brilliantly, it's going to be a talking point. And the second thing Emery needs to realise as well, you cannot ignore and pretend to be deaf to the noise of the fans. There was booing at half time because we weren't happy. And not only that, in the first half, Ozil songs were being sung. Now, Emery, listen, you've got to realise that you have to appreciate the fans are very, very important, and you will create pressure for yourself. So if I was Emery, I'd be looking at a way to sew all of this together and keep all parties happy. Because I don't think pitting him against Mesut Ozil and potentially Ozil and the fans, I don't think that's the right way to go about it. Mesut Ozil retains a lot of support in the fan base, yeah? He's the talking point because the fans, a lot of the fans back him. And as Arsenal fans, of course, we want to see him do well. So, Emery, I just kind of feel like, look, don't play that dangerous game. It's better to keep a bit of peace at the club. And we have to look at Arsene Wenger in his time. He managed to keep peace at the club for a couple of decades. That's no mean feat. And Emery's showing that it's not easy. But look, by the end of the season, whenever it happens, sooner better than later, end of the season, I just hope it's just a fully functioning unit. We're playing good football. No one's isolated. And it all wraps up nicely. And wins like this will help us get there.